Let's see, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, February 25th of 2025. I'm doing some testing. Uh, Cap cut, that's it, that I used, I think, the other day. Uh, I just, I think it'll work okay for what I'm going to do, except I'm going to have to learn some programming, you know. In order to do those things, I try to keep it simple and avoid things like that. But I'm going to have to do it. I'm not sure if it's a previous video or not with it. I think it was not, I think it might have been before that. So I'm sure it'll work out well uh, for me, but I'm just going to have to spend. So this is just my camera and the software or the camera software, and that's it. Uh, no more Manicam. I think I mentioned that. Uh, Breaks my heart really. I used that for years, that software for years, and then they came out with an upgrade to it, and I waited for that, and it didn't go well, and so no more Manicam, and that was working so well for me. So this is not what you're going to be. Hopefully, this is you know camera me. I can't show you another screen. Uh, I can't do much. It's screen, camera. Oops, what's that? Um, I had my first cataract surgery, I think, on the 3rd of the month. Today's the 25th of the month. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, I see. Oops. Well, that'll be a little test then. Wrong microphone. Okay, now this should be the proper microphone. I wonder now. uh, uh, my first cataract surgery will be, yeah, it says here on this first page, I think, March 6th. So I'll go in here and see where I wrote it down to make sure, because there was some. Here it is, March 6th. So I I really will, I mean, uh, it is so bad. I mean, my vision, uh, that I will be glad to go in and have, the surgery done, the first surgery. And my problem right now, one of them is you have to have somebody with you on the day of, so I'm going to have two surgeries. So on 2 days, I have to have somebody responsible with me, to make sure I don't fall down or, walk in front of a car or do something as I'm leaving the surgery or something. It has to be somebody responsible, and my ex-wife is, uses a wheelchair, and I mean, some people can drive a car with a wheelchair. I've worked places where, people, did. Um, Quite a few of those people, maybe people are a little smarter. I don't know. That's the wrong thing to say. But back in the 60s, I think, or whatever. Let's see, where I was working then. It was a very attractive young lady who, she drove her car up, and I mean, if I was there, I would try to get over to it. But she really didn't want, I think, or need. She would drive up and, you know, uh, open up the door and lift out her wheelchair and expand the wheelchair and, get over into it or whatever. But A lot of those people were people who jumped into a swimming pool and there wasn't enough water in the swimming pool. Because I remember there was a gentleman, I forget his details, same thing. Maybe we're having less of it, but I think we're having more problems with somebody wanting to, you know, take a selfie or something and stepping in front of a, well, I started to say a bus in Miami. I just about did that. I wasn't taking a selfie, but I had my cell phone or whatever, and just about stepped in front of a bus. I was embarrassed. You know, the bus driver had to apply his brakes. I mean, people didn't come flying out of their seats or anything, but I thought, God damn, why can't I disappear, you know? And then one was in Fort Worth here. Uh, they have a large terminal, and it's down where the railroad tracks are too. So you have the regular trains that are coming through Texas, you know, and going around, and that pull in there. Then you also have the what look like, you know, trains. I guess they are trains. I don't know, but you know they take people, you know, to work, you know, on that. Uh, and so anyway, I was there at the terminal, and the first time I was there, looking it over, taking some pictures and stuff, and I did notice that some tracks came kind of into the end of the parking lot there, and luckily, I mean, they didn't have to slam the brakes on the train or anything, but uh, I stepped out, and then I guess I looked down and saw tracks, and then I saw a train coming, and I moved out of the way. Hopefully, nobody saw me. I guess it doesn't matter now after all these years. Um, this is a Samsung cell phone that I have. My daughter Hillary got it for me. It was really expensive when she got it. You can buy these now, the same model, for about $400 new. You know, $400 new. And I think it was 900 or 1,000 when she gave me this one, and she has the year older than this one, and she got one for her grown son, you know, a year older than this one. That's not my problem. If you're thinking, oh, Jim wants a, no, I hate it. Uh, I don't think it's broken. I think this is the way it works, and with my brain, I have a slow brain. God was not good to me, you know, when he pushed me out. I'm not sure who they have. Maybe they have the guardian angel, or maybe my guardian angel, maybe somebody. But I think they were up there and they were pushing people out. Maybe they were short-handed. Maybe some kind of flu or virus was going around, and the angels or something were having problems. But I think they pushed me out. They didn't give me. They didn't make me smart. You know, they didn't give me a big penis. I just screwed up in a whole bunch of areas, and then I ended up down here. And I made it uh, through life. I mean, always had a job, always, and usually a lot of times, you know, two jobs. You know, full-time job, 40 hours a week, and then on Saturday and Sunday, you know, an 8 or a 12-hour shift and stuff like that. So I made it. Would I be able to make it today? Now they need employees. We need these aliens, and not aliens, but people who want to come across the border into the United States. And we have a large number of Americans. Well, let me take that back. Who claim to be Americans. We have a lot of Americans here who don't want those people in here, and actually we fucking need them. China right now is having unbelievable problems that may have terrible effects on China. Their immigration, people going into China, you know, I guess being American, especially me being in Texas, I'd probably think, you know, who wants to go to, no, who would want to be into China? Well, China needs them. You know, you'd think everybody would be getting out of China. No, they need, And the same thing is affecting the United States. In a way, it's good. Uh, we need people coming in, but then we have a group of people here in the United States that don't want, those foreigners in here. They're not real Americans. They don't carry guns. They don't want to own a gun, and we just have problems. And so, how did I get sidetracked onto this? Anyway, cell phone. I think that was it. Oops, this isn't it. This is late. So now I've had in the past. I don't know how many I could do. Well, I can't do it now and show it to you unless I get clip cut learned. But I'm not going to get it learned in the. I need to go and play with it a while. But that's a program, and it will let me do, I think, even better than what Manicam did. But I have to learn. And with Manicam, it really wasn't any learning. It just did it. I like that. But anyway, I ordered I wish I could show you that too, but I can't. I could go to Amazon and I could show you the cell phones that I could, that I have ordered. God, I hate to think how many I have and how many, well, not that I have, but I had. And Motorola ones, I've had a bunch of. I have had I think 2 of the same year. I mean, I ordered one, used it, gave it away, ordered not the same one, but a different one. And then I came back, I eventually ordered another one of what I had that I gave away. All kinds of stuff like that. When I get back using CapCut or whatever I learned to use, I'll be able to pull up for you and I'll be able to show you the number of Motorola, because I ordered them, bought them from Amazon, so they'll have a list. They'll tell me, and I can show you how many I ordered. Well, I've ordered another one, and it'll be here in a couple of days. Now you can't see it, but I can see it over here, so to hell with you, What do you think? You're entitled to everything? You want to know everything? Let's see. Let's go to Amazon. See how much I can pull up easily. Amazon. Go to orders. And okay. By the way, I haven't got my blood pressure wrist. Blood pressure display device. Supposed to be arriving today, 4:30 to 7:30. I guess I could track it, but you're not going to know. You don't deserve to know. Out for delivery. And let's see if I see the truck or anything around. I don't see it around on the map. But let's go back to that I've ordered. Search for, let's see. Well, let me just put in Motorola Moto cell phone, see what that produces. Search orders. Okay, no results found. Why is that? Should be a bunch of them. Let me just do a search for cell phone. Okay, here we go, I think. Well, no. Okay, cell phone. I sent it back because it didn't work. I ordered in an UMIDIG1 or L. Bison X10 Pro rugged unlock cell phone. A man's cell phone. It didn't work out. Um, okay, the rest this is not working. But take my word for it. I've ordered a bunch of Motorola cell phones in, and I've ordered a new one. Let's see. I guess I can go to orders. One thing I don't have to. You're not looking over my shoulder now, so I don't have to. Okay, I've ordered arriving Tuesday Motorola G stylus, the 2021 version. The last I had was a 2022 version, I think. And but anyway, because I'm ordering this because this one that Hillary got for me, so nice and it's expensive one, and it's a good looking one. I mean, but no, it's. I don't think it's the cell phone. I think it's me. But uh, how we're using, uh, you order or you do something and you get a message here and then you click it, then they know it's you, Uh, but then also if they want something, wants to know that, okay, this is blah, 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 and so they want to know who you are or make sure that they know who you are. And so a thing will pop up there with maybe 6 or 7 numbers on the screen. It'll go beep. Well, it depends on how you set it. Beep, beep, beep. And I pick it up, and it pops up. The message pops up for 20 seconds or 25. And for people who are smart, people like you, people that are normal, that's enough. Okay. And then you do it. Not a fucking enough for me. And 2, the phone does not help at all. It pops up. Oh, okay. And then with my little brain, I'm going, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting. I'm making it easier for myself that that's the number, and to show you how dumb I would be. 1, 2, 3. And then something will pop up over it. And then something will pop up over that. And then yeah, it's just, there's too many things popping up covering everything. They want to do everything. They want to make it easy for you. So I've ordered in the Motorola G stylus. Let me just go, I know you can't see it, and I'm going to try to. It's the 2021 version, and I've had the 2022 version, and then I've had a couple more, and I'm not sure, which versions they were. I could do it. I mean, I could find it by doing the proper search, but the stylus I do use. I didn't think I would use it, but the stylus I do use. Now I don't write. I don't draw anything, but and 2, I have hands. I have when God kicked me out, or whoever He has up there at the entrance or exit. I got the same kind of hands that our former president got. I got little tiny hands, small penis, and little tiny hands. Anyway, how did we get on that subject? Anyway, I went to my doctor the other day, and my lab work doesn't look good. And I lied to my doctor. I didn't lie. If she'd have asked me, "Are you taking all of your medication?" and I just said no. But I was able to make it sound like, oh yeah, yeah. So I rearranged my medication, and I put it on top of my small office refrigerator over there, and I put it on top. So when I walk up to get a Coke, Where the hell did I do with my Coke? Oh, here it is. When I go over there, which is all the time. Do you think maybe that's the reason that I'm type 2 diabetic? Anyway, so far I've been doing okay for the day. I bought some uh, vitamins, a big. In the past I would take kids, the little kids, that whatever, which contain uh, all the vitamins that adults need apparently, and I'd get it, a bottle of it, and take one a day or something, and I'd be feeling pretty good. It probably was just psychological, but I'd be feeling pretty good. Yeah, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. And then, I would use them all up. I wouldn't go buy another bottle of them um, for a long time, and then I'd think, oh, I when I was taking those children's vitamins, I felt pretty good, and then I would take them again. That's why my son, actually, grown son, we went to the mall together, and he went into the vitamin shop or whatever, something like that. And I followed him around. He bought a very expensive uh, jar of vitamins. I'm sure they don't need to be. I think I think they're being sold on the packaging or something or other. And he bought two jars, big jars, expensive too. I forget. And then we got outside. He said, "Here, I got these for you, Dad." So I started taking them because they were so expensive. I thought, well, I don't want to waste them. And so I've been using quite a few of them. I mean, one at a time. I mean, one a day. And so about 9 p.m., just about 9 p.m. at night, I was walking. We don't have a car. Uh, if somebody gave us a car, we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford the taxes. The insurance, uh, all the stuff that you need. We couldn't afford to put gas in. I mean, we're poor. But anyway, I was walking across the parking lot. Nobody was there. In fact, I don't think there was any customers in there. They were about time for them to close. And as I was walking across the parking lot, I thought, wow, I feel great. I feel like when I was 10 or 11 years old playing guns, with the neighborhood kids and riding our bicycles. And if it was wintertime, we built a snow cave, igloo, and we threw snowballs at it. If it was summertime, there was some weeds in Missouri that were sort of like spears. They pull them out of the ground and we'd throw those or whatever, and just play guns all day. The lights came on, I think, about 9. Well, because it depended on the time of the year, but street lights came on about 9 p.m. That was our bedtime, or time to go in. Uh, then there was also a plane that we called the 9 o'clock plane or something like that, as if there was one plane, that would, oh, plane, the 9 o'clock train is going over. Let's go. We have to go in, that type of stuff. But we weren't tired at all. Now I wake up tired. I go to bed tired. But anyway, I was walking across the parking lot, went into Walgreens, picked up a few things, and nobody was there, except the employees. And I was heading for the counter, and the next thing, I was on the ground looking up like, what happened? And the lady at the counter said, you fainted. And I said, I've never fainted in my life. She said, well, you fainted. And then so I tried to get up, and she said, you better stay down. And I was kind of wobbling around. And she said, we call the ambulance for you. And I said, oh, I don't need those. My grandson, we live close, he'll come over and get me. And turns out he was out. He wasn't there. But well, they didn't try to call him because the firemen, of course, got there first, and they came in and hooked me up to real quick. Hooked me up, and one fireman said, of course, they're also like EMTs too, and stuff. Maybe paramedics. I don't know. I was an EMT, by the way. But I didn't go to paramedics school. I was a CPR instructor also for years. But that doesn't matter, does it? Because I wasn't. Uh, I was a victim, and so the fireman says, "All right, if I hook you up to this," I said, "Sure." And he hooked me up, and then he went, "Wow!" And he turned to the other fireman and said, "Look at this." And I looked at that, and then I said, "What's that?" And he showed it to me, and I was confused because I said, "That's not my blood pressure." And he said, "No, that's your heart rate." And I looked at that, and I said, "I need to go to the hospital." He says, "Yeah, you do." And so anyway, they took me out. Another thing, working hospital security for 30 years, nurses were always telling me, "Wow, you have good veins," and everything. Well, I didn't have good veins right then because they were both trying to stick me, and neither one could stick me. And then, and of course, he didn't know that I was. He didn't know that I was a hospital security officer for 30 years, and he didn't know, that I had been, trained as an EMT, and that I was a CPR instructor, and all this. He didn't know anything because it wasn't. He didn't need it. If he needed to know something, he would ask me. He didn't need to know any of that. Uh, Unlike my ex-wife, we share an apartment, and she's, you know, confined to a wheelchair. Although she can lay in bed, she can be in her wheelchair, or she can be in her wheelchair in front of her computer playing games and stuff. But whenever the paramedics have to come or something for her or whatever, she gives them all the information. That she had polio when she was 5, and she has everything. So anyway, off subject, Jim. Um, so so they're trying to get an IV and they couldn't. So I thought this isn't good because I've mentioned this before because I think I did a good thing. There was an LPN at the hospital, one of the last LPNs who was allowed to work in the emergency room. They went totally to RNs. Before there for a while, this one hospital, it was an RN and an LPN, and then eventually they wanted, naturally two. But anyway, there was before that real nice elderly lady, and we were like a family at that small hospital. Um, but and she was getting kind of a hard time, the LPN, because they had told her that she had to be certified in by doing X number of sticks, on people in order to be certified, or else they didn't have a place for her there. And I knew she was worried. Nice lady. Um, so, and the RN asked her, that was working with her, you know, uh, have have you got your final stick yet? And no, haven't got it yet. So then I asked the RN, Diane, her name, nice lady. I said, now, does she actually have to stick a patient and do a stick that's needed? Or I said, could I volunteer, and if she sticks me, will that will that do it? And Diane said, yeah, that'll do it. So I put my arm out and I said, come on. So she came over and she got her, and she had made her day for a little bit, maybe for longer than a day, And I did a good deed. Remember that, Joseph, when I get there. My middle name is Joseph, and I think St. Joseph ought to be up there probably waiting for me. But, I mean, they messed up before when they gave me hands like Donald Trump and a small penis to go with it. I think that's, but so I think when I get there, Joseph should be waiting for me to say, hey guys, we made a mistake before, so let's not put him by the Baptist here. Let's put him over with even though he doesn't claim to be a Catholic anymore. Let's put him over with the Catholics, first class. He was an altar boy, and something just beeped. Was that my pacemaker? What was that beeped? I'm not running out of hard drive space. Oh, maybe that's one of you. Maybe you have some way to, maybe you're a computer program and you've figured it out, God damn, I should have put this thing in before. I gotta put this thing in there to get this guy off, stop talking. So I'm gonna stop talking and upload this, and when I figure out how to use CapCut, and the other stuff. Anyway, a couple of days I'll probably be in a better mood. Oh, I didn't get to show you that's over here. Yeah, I can't show it to you. Motorola G Stylus 2021 model, unlocked, 4 and then 128 gigabytes, 48 MP camera, blah 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 blah, cellular. Anyway, you'll see it in a few days, and hopefully. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Well, this is going to be on YouTube. I'm going to upload it to YouTube, so you can give me a thumbs up. All of you, you should all reward me with giving me everybody should give me a thumbs up. I deserve it. When they have me down there and they're putting my pacemaker, no, it's not the pacemaker. I already had that pacemaker put in. No, it's eyes. And I hope nothing else, because the lab work I had done doesn't look good. So anyway, you should give me thumbs up for that. Thank you very much for watching.